Okay, new series of videos, I think. This one's going to be one of those more ranty, talky type ones. But if I start grunting and stuff or what all, I'm outside digging stuff up at the same time. But one of the first things I kind of wanted to, I was thinking of ranting on was kind of the recent panic with the novel coronavirus and everybody freaking out in the toilet paper and stuff, and how those crazy people have affected many people that have, in general, stayed and had their supplies for a few months, and they go back to get their normal stuff and they can't get it because everybody bought it all out. Then some people unscrupulously mark up their items that they buy, as we saw in a couple different cases where eBay and Amazon banned people for price gouging. But what I found interesting is across various different places on the internet, people that have been preparing properly and been thinking about it and watching carefully really aren't all that freaked out by it, and they haven't been doing the panic buying. But I mean, they do get kind of upset with people that have been, because when you go into Sam's Club or Costco going for your next 3-4 months of toilet paper and it's all gone, it's kind of upsetting. Then you get these stores, they ration it out to 2 per person, unless you're ordering from online and doing the pick and pull, in which case you've got no limit. But I mean, I could say, yeah, everyone's freaking out for no reason, but I mean, there are a lot of unknowns. I guess I can see a reason to freak out over that, but to be panic buying is a whole other story. People, I would hope that they learn to prepare from this, but knowing people, I mean, it'll pass and then they won't think about it again. Oh, it won't happen again. But we just don't know. So big part, I think of it, is due to the mentality that, like, we've been at such ease and had mostly social issues to fight over that people don't think about it. But when it bears them in the face, they were unprepared for any of this. And yeah, you could argue, it's like, well, how do you expect college students to prepare, and this, that, and the other, or my country limits what we can store. It's like, there's some of those cases you can't exactly account for, but there are plenty of other places that are willing to step in and help. And I think, well, I know that the people aren't aware of some of those resources that are out there. But my outlook for the whole entire thing has been, once we get to the end point, it'll be a lot better. And I think, for the most part, most of these people freaking out are in, like, the heavier, more densely populated areas, where, yeah, it can be a problem, but where you get some areas, for example, where the crime rate's already really high, and this doesn't help the situation, so. But then there are other areas, like the farming areas. It's like, if you expect to quarantine off farmers, I mean, of all the times for this to happen, I think now is probably one of the better times because it's just warming up. Lots of farmers are just getting rolling. And so many places don't have to think about like how they're going to get food or who they're going to get food from, because the farmers still have to go and produce food. So, I mean, they're in an excellent spot. But some people aren't all that affected because life has to go on still. It's just, they're not going to have toilet paper for a bit until the toilet paper surge finally ends and they can get those materials again. I mean, I've seen the posts about the people that hire the kids to pick up the poop in their backyard, and then the kid finally realizes that they don't have a dog. So, kind of stuck ourselves in an interesting situation when people buy 10 packets of 45 roll toilet paper. So, I think in the end, really, if you've been preparing or if you've been doing your best to prepare, looking for those rainy days, you really shouldn't worry. And if you haven't been, reach out. There are plenty of people willing to help. Don't freak out. Don't kill people over packets of water because it's the last one on the shelf. I mean, go to your camping store even, buy water filters, because if nothing else, you'll probably find a water source. It might not be clean, but you can filter it still. And you can have gallons of water without having to pay nosebleed prices for it. So, have a good one, stay safe, and don't get killed out there.